So welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. This is the reveal of my YouTube intro. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be uploading videos every Sunday at 7 p.m. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to show you how to create this right here. This is my recipe for a crab spinach dip in a bread bowl. So stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you 2 additional ways how you can serve this. So what you're going to need is these items right here. Everything and the recipe is in the description box. I went to a couple markets. I went to Nino Salvaggio, Randazzo, and Trader Joe's. I only went to Trader Joe's to get one thing, and that is this right here because I didn't want to put shrimp in there. I do like these over shrimp. I'm showing you a couple seasonings right here. I used some red pepper flakes, garlic and herb seasoning from Kingsford, and this rosemary garlic. And I also used 1 packet of Lipton onion soup mix. So you want to make sure you get some marinated artichoke hearts, some jumbo lump crab meat or whatever crab meat that you prefer, or you can find because people still buying it up. And you want to make sure the Langostinos, and make sure you have 1 pack of frozen spinach or wilted down. Make sure you have a little bit of sour cream, some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. So to bring out the richness, I added a little bit of mascarpone cheese. Make sure you have a block of cream cheese and some freshly grated mozzarella cheese. You also want to make sure that you have at least a half of a shallot diced. Don't forget the heavy cream or the milk. You only need about a 1/4 cup of that, and then a sourdough bread bowl. So now it is time to start cooking. So you're going to take 2 tablespoons of truffle oil or whatever oil that you prefer. Truffle oil just has a big flavor in it. And you want to take 2 tablespoons of butter, and you want to infuse that with 1 teaspoon of the red pepper flakes. After you let that infuse for about 2 to 3 minutes, now you're going to take the half of a shallot and you're going to add that in. You're going to sweat this down and let this saute for about 2 to 3 minutes again. Well, after you get that sauteed down, you have just created your foundation. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the cream cheese. So you're going to add the whole block of cream cheese, and you just want to break it up. The reason why I'm breaking it up is to make sure that everything combines well and it melts down correctly. So right here, you see me adding a 1/3 cup of mascarpone cheese. You do not need a lot of that. And then you're going to add about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You do not need a lot of this either. This is just to make sure that everything binds well and it turns out really smooth. So at this point now, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of the sour cream. You can add less sour cream or you can add more sour cream, but I feel like a 1/4 cup is enough. Now what you're going to do is make sure that your heat is on medium to high and just sit there and combine everything together. Make sure before you add the seasoning that this is very smooth and the texture is on point. Now it's time to season it up. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the garlic and herb seasoning by Kingsford. That's just my favorite one. Then we're going to add about a 1/4 tablespoon of the garlic and herb seasoning. Now what you're going to do is just combine those together. So you want to make sure everything is well incorporated in between, or you can just add everything together, but this is how I like to do it. So for the flavor enhancer, the compound butter that is on my page, you're going to add about 1 tablespoon of that compound butter and get that melted in. At this point, you're going to add 1 package of the spinach, and you can either do the frozen spinach, like I said, and just make sure you drain it out, or you can go get a bag of spinach. So for this recipe, you're just going to make sure that you do not add more than 16 ounces of spinach. And when you do add this, you want to make sure that you gradually add it. You're going to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes and make sure that you turn the heat down, because at this point it is almost done. So once you combine it, it should look just like this. You shouldn't see more white than green. You shouldn't see more green than white. So what we're going to do is add a half a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Please get freshly grated. It will make a huge difference. Now what we're going to do is turn the pan off, and you're going to add the seafood. So you're going to add the jumbo lump crab meat. You can add 1 can, 1 cup, or 2 cups. Then you're going to add the marinated artichoke hearts, and you can add as much as you like. I added 1 cup. And you're going to make sure that you are folding this in. Now, at this point is where you want to add the 1 packet of Lipton onion soup mix. Yes, add the Lipton onion soup mix. And again, I added 1 packet of that. After you get that mixed in, you are going to add the 1 packet of the washed and the drained Langostinos. If you do not like lobster, please replace this with shrimp, because you're not going to like it because it is in the lobster family. Now what you want to do is get that just folded in. And this is your mixture. It should look just like this. So hear me out. It is done. You can pretty much eat it right now if you want to with your favorite crackers or whatever, but I'm about to show you how to take this to the next level. So what you're going to do is grab yourself a sourdough bread bowl. If y'all are in Michigan, you can go right to Nino Salvaggio like I did. It was $2 and it's fresh. They make it the same day. So what we going to do? First, you're going to preheat your air fryer at 400 for 10 minutes and you're going to prep this bread bowl. So what we're going to do is take a serrated knife, which is a bread knife, and you're going to cut the middle out. So please make sure you do this with a serrated knife. If you do not, it is going to look ugly. It's going to look all raggedy or whatever. We're trying to make this look nice and neat, especially if you're doing this for like a game day or like some kind of gathering. Y'all want it to look nice. Well, maybe it's just me. I want it to look nice. So after you get the middle out, you should remove it just like this. Y'all see how easy that came out. And now what you're going to do is press the bread on the side. Just like you see me doing here. Just push it, press it around. After you get done with that, it should look just like this, nice and neat. So you want to brush this with some butter. You can use compound butter, you can use regular butter. You just want to make sure that you put butter in it. So now we're going to prepare the air fryer. So you just want to make sure you put some aluminum foil at the bottom. I always put aluminum foil, and then you're just going to spray it just to keep it from sticking. So this is your spinach artichoke dip. And now what you're simply going to do is stuff it. You're gonna stuff it. So make sure that it's not overflowing, but do make sure that you bring it all the way to the top. And please make sure you have a big enough air fryer to do this, because if you do not, you can put this under the broiler for about 6 minutes, but the air fryer is way quicker, and it's air fryer who don't want to use an air fryer. Y'all do this recipe with me. At this point, you should have one ingredient left, and that is the fresh mozzarella cheese. So what you want to do not be shy with this. We have not forgot about it, and you want to top this with that. So this is why I'm telling you, make sure you have a big enough air fryer, because you don't want it to be pushing at the top. So you're going to put that on the top, just like this, and you're going to drop the temperature to 380, and you're going to put it in for 7 minutes. After that 7-minute mark, it should look just like this. It should be nice and brown at the top, and it should be nice and gooey with that cheese. And now you can serve it. You want to serve this right away. I'm pretty sure the guest or whoever eating it's gonna know it's hot, but you want to serve it right away. So right here you see me with some chips that I made with another bread bowl, and that's another video that is coming. And you can either take those chips and you can dip it in there, or you can cut the bread bowl and you can serve it and eat the bread and the spinach dip at the same time. Now, if you are somebody that does not eat bread, or you just don't want bread, you can just put it in a regular bakeable dish or a canister like I'm about to show you right here. And you can do the same thing. Just fill it, top it with the mozzarella, put it in the oven at the same temperature for the same minutes. And now this is what you have. And you can eat this with the bread chips. I'm going to show you how I serve this for the second time. And it's really simple. You can either make them or you can buy them. So let me know how y'all like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you in my next one.